Okay, everybody's going to be good here in just a second. Just so you know what's going to come up, Chief Mesa, Interim Chief Mesa is going to come up and speak first. Then you'll have Councilmember Dennis Kavanaugh, who's Vice Mayor. He's acting mayor at this point. And then for all of the details, we're going to go back to Detective Esteban Flores, and he will provide the rest of the story, just so that we can get everybody expeditiously through.
So again, just kind of providing
Good afternoon. Once again, I want to extend my thoughts and prayers to the victims of today's incident. At 1:09 this afternoon, we took the suspect into custody that was responsible for these shootings. I just want to say that these kind of incidents will ring fear through a community, and it's quick, decisive action by our police department and our partner police departments to come to a quick conclusion so our residents can feel safe and go back to their lives. This was an event that involved several agencies, especially on the manhunt, where we had SWAT teams from Arizona DPS, Tempe Police Department, Gilbert Police Department, Scottsdale Police Department, and the Mesa Police Department SWAT unit. I want to commend my staff for their organization and putting their training and their knowledge into quick action. These are no easy incidents to work, but through good experience and knowledge and hard training, this is the result that we're able to capture the suspect quickly. I'm not going to get into all the details of the apprehension, but I do want to say that it was a quick perimeter that our officers set up that resulted in the ability for us to basically go door to door, put our officers doing searches, that putting themselves out there as they're looking for this suspect, and we're able to take him into custody. Mr. Captain.
And again, I'd like to reiterate what Chief Mesa said. Our thoughts and prayers go to the victims and families in this incident. I want to commend the men and women of the Mesa Police Department, the Mesa Fire Department, and all the other partner agencies that helped with this operation. This really was a classic textbook operation of putting your training into effect. And it also shows the importance of training with your partner communities. We had multiple SWAT units there that in the past have trained together. And that cooperation among communities does make for a safer community, make for a safer Valley of the Sun. The training worked exactly as it was supposed to. We had an outcome without further violence or bloodshed, and that again is exactly what our officers are trained to try to accomplish. I also particularly want to thank our residents. We took the time, we took the care to notify residents about this incident very quickly this morning, and they cooperated. And because of that cooperation, again, it minimized the risk of harm to themselves or their families. And that was also a key part of the whole operation coming out to a successful outcome such as we had today. And so I think on behalf of the Mayor and City Council and the residents of Mesa, we're thankful to our residents, and we're thankful to all the officers, public safety personnel who participated in this situation. Thank you.
Let me see if I can give you guys some details. Before we left you last time, I reiterated that we had 6 victims in this incident, 1 deceased. The suspect, who we believe is responsible for the incident, has been taken into custody without major incident. He was tased during the in-custody, and at this time we believe he is responsible for each and every one of these shootings. He was taken into custody in the 1700 block of West Emelita here in Mesa. There is a condo that was vacant. He gained entry somehow, and when the SWAT teams, the Mesa SWAT team in particular, was checking that complex door to door, he was spotted on a balcony. At that time, officers were able to make their way up to the 2nd floor and take him into custody. Do we have any questions of anything else that's going on today?
Was a weapon recovered?
That we will not be giving out at this point. The name of the suspect is not going to be given out at this point. We don't need to jeopardize the investigation at this point. There's still some witnesses that we need to contact, and we need to make sure that we do have the right guy.
Are you going to release a photo at one point?
We will be releasing it shortly.
You're not confirming whether it was Ryan Giroux?
We are not confirming that at this point.
What's the condition on the 5 victims? I know there's 6, one of them deceased. What about the other 5?
Well, we do have one deceased. The other 5 have been treated at hospitals. One of them is in critical condition with, I believe, multiple gunshot wounds, and he's still being treated.
Anything more on the motive of why this all unfolded?
The motive, we still don't know. We know there was some type of altercation or at least an argument at the very first incident, and that's at the motel. Everything else seemed to be random at that point. We believe his motive at the other locations was robbery and carjackings and just trying to get away.
What do we know about this guy's background?
We don't have any information that we can release at this time.
Can you talk about the suit he was taken into custody in, the white DNA suit? What was that about?
I have not seen photos of him in a white suit, but that is something that investigators use if they're going to be protecting his clothing for evidence.
If he's already in custody, expand on why you're not releasing the identity.
We're not releasing it because we still have witnesses that we need to talk to and also confirm that it's the same suspect that we're looking for.
Where was he apprehended? Inside the condo or outside the condo?
It was inside the condo, and he was spotted on the balcony by officers doing the door-to-door search.
So then he went inside?
Yes.
Sequence of events?
He was inside, and the condo was, I believe it was vacant.
Did you, circumstances, did you break through the door?
That I don't know. I don't have those details. Obviously, he's a dangerous suspect, and we don't know exactly what happened when he was being taken in custody, but the officers felt necessary that they needed to deploy a taser.
What agencies specifically were the ones that made the arrest?
It was Mesa, the Mesa SWAT team.
Was he armed when you arrested him?
I won't go over those details.
Quick question from our ground crew. They said that he was taken away in an unmarked pickup truck. Can you elaborate on why that was used?
I can't confirm if it was on a marked pickup.
Have you recovered the car he carjacked?
We have recovered the vehicle that was carjacked, and it was in that general location.
Did the suspect know the victims?
We believe he knew the first victims, the ones at the motel.
Do we know why the suspect had blood on his face?
No, we do not.
You said the one that died. You knew him.
Yes. Yeah, there was some type of altercation or an argument at that time. Okay, we will be releasing a photo and the name shortly. We just need to let the investigation move forward a little bit before we can do that. Okay.
Can you tell us if the suspect had ties to white supremacists?
I can't confirm that at all.
When tased, is that when did he surrender?
Yes, he surrendered after being tased. Okay, thank you, and we will be back shortly and give that information to you. Thank you.
Could you do Spanish?
Yes.
En español aquí. Oh, giving us a brief update.